That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son.
It appears that LeBron said, "Keep my son's name out of this shit."
I'm really trying to be as respectful as I possibly can be. I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this. Stop this. How are you helping him? I just don't get it.
Stephen A. Smith appeared on television and said, "As a father, I am begging you, LeBron James, I am pleading with you, please stop this." And said, "We all know that his son, Bronny James, is in the NBA because of his father. It is likely that this issue arose because Stephen A. Smith called LeBron James soft on his podcast." Guys, I can understand LeBron's point of view because as a father, you would want to protect your son from harm. I mean, any father would have done that. However, it would have been preferable if LeBron James had spoken to Stephen A. Smith privately rather than in front of the media and large crowds. LeBron's inability to control his emotions and the fact that he had to do this in front of millions of people is questionable. Sure, they can work things out by exchanging contacts and doing this privately. I thought that this was very unprofessional of LeBron. I believe Stephen A. Smith is carrying out his duties. He works as an NBA analyst, critiquing and praising players. No one is free from criticism. And if Stephen A. Smith wants to argue that Bronny is not NBA caliber and that there are hundreds of other prospects more worthy of the chance, then he should be able to say so. Bronny, after all, is not a child. He will face criticism just like everyone else because he's an adult NBA player. Granted, some people criticize Bronny too much and only have bad things to say about him most of the time, which is wrong and unfair. But guys, again, everyone has the right to their opinions. It is a difficult situation to be in because as a parent, you will always stand up for your child, even if they are grown adults and facing difficulties. Still, don't forget guys, people have the right to offer criticism and ideas, particularly if they are analysts, which is what they do.
That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. He's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son. And he confronted me about it. I was raised as a journalist. Let's be very, very clear about what that means. I'm not one of those that get into people's private affairs. But what you do on a public platform for public consumption, that's what I cover. That's what I do for a living. And if you're in the NBA, that applies to you. I don't want enemies. I live a very good life. I like to make people laugh and smile and have a good time and all of that other stuff. But I also get paid to call it like I see it. And what I said at the time, I stand by what I said. It wasn't even any reporting. The facts were out there. For the record, his agent and friend, Rich Paul, has my number. Maverick Carter, who works under him, has my number. LeBron James knows how to get in contact with me if he wanted to. He never called, because had he called and wanted to talk to me, I would have accepted that call. Had he wanted to see me, I would have flown out and I would have seen him and I would have had a conversation man to man. But that is not what he elected to do. Instead, he elected to confront me while I was sitting courtside, talk about the NBA. I covered the NBA. And it's my job to talk about the subjects and the subject matters that matter. He could have called me. I'd have came to see him. I'd have had a conversation with him. He could have been just as upset face-to-face, man-to-man, as opposed to being courtside at the game.